And I know this because she tells me all the time. So, suck it. Anyway, I've known Robin practically my whole life. A couple years I don't remember the beginning. I don't remember those. And the things that I remember when I was young about Aunt Robin is she had terrible luck with men. By the time I got married, I think you had sworn off men altogether by that point. You were done. You couldn't find a good one. Sorry, can you hear me now? Okay. She couldn't find one. They had hurt her, they had treated her wrong, and she was happy with it. She said, you know what, I don't need it. I got my family, I got Jesus, that's all I need, right? Well, I went in the military, and I left for the Army, and during that time, my grandmother and my Aunt Callie used to pray all the time that she would find her a good Christian man that would take care of her, that would treat her the way that she deserved to be treated, and that would be there for her until the very end. And that's exactly what happened with my Uncle Richard, because God answered those prayers. Now, I didn't know Richard when Aunt Robin and him started dating. I was in the military. So when I got back in 97. They started dating in 96. I got back in 97, and I was skeptical because I didn't know the guy, and I knew what her track record was like. So I remember one of the first times that I met him was at one of our New Year's Eve celebrations that we used to have at the old place. And I remember to this day that he cooked sauce pecan. And it was some of the best tasting stuff that I've ever had in my life. And I think that was in 98. I think he had just gotten married at that point. So she got married then, and then a year later my grandmother passed away. Her prayers had been answered. She was okay to go now. She was leaving her baby girl in capable hands. I told Aunt Robin the other day when Uncle Richard passed, I said, you know what, Aunt Robin, he was the best of us. He was a kind man, he was a gentle man, and he always took care of his responsibilities. And I loved him, and my only regret is that I didn't get to get out here and spend more time with him and to even know him better than I did. But I really appreciate Uncle Richard, and he's looking down and smiling from heaven. I'm going to read his obituary to you guys. Charles Richard Strickland, Sr., a beloved husband, father, and brother, passed away on April 14th, 2022 at the age of 78 at his home in Taylorsville, Mississippi, surrounded by his loved ones. Richard is survived by his wife, Robin Anderson Strickland, his children, Richard Strickland, Marie, I guess that's Marie's his wife, Terry Knight, Honore, his sisters, Catherine Grady, Jeanette Ronnie, Louis Pitts, Mary Howard, Carolyn Silver with Bob, and Betty Cook with Don. Grandchildren, Ricky Strickland, Jesselyn, and Leanna Strickland, and a great-grandchild, Ada Grace McGarry, as well as a host of very special nieces and nephews. He's preceded in death by his father, Thomas Ira Strickland, his mother, Nellie Shoemake Strickland, his brothers, James and Joseph Strickland, Douglas Strickland, and sister, Isla Jean Snow. Richard was born in Laurel, Mississippi on March 14, 1944 to Thomas Ira Strickland and Nellie Shoemake Strickland. Richard was a dedicated working man. He was retired as a pipeline inspector, as well as a maintenance staff at Lowe's in Laurel. On October 14, 1998, a mother's prayer was answered when he married Robin, the love of his life for the past 23 years. Richard was a loving father and husband. He enjoyed spending time in the outdoors, in the yard, and on his tractor. These are the places where Richard would meet with the Lord and find his presence. It's where they are created and live as godly men. Richard loved animals. Later in his life, he enjoyed working at the Leaf River Veterinary Service in Taylorsville. He never wanted to see an animal without a home. At times, there may be a dozen or more animals under his care at their home. Among these were SLM, the short-legged Mexican, and his most favorite, Elizabeth Grace. Home and family is always a place where there is always room for one more without anyone receiving less.
Richard demonstrated this through his love for animals. It is also known of Richard that he would never completely eat all of everything. If he was eating peanuts, jelly beans, or chips, he would always leave one or two in the bag, possibly to help meet the need of another who may have had less. He will be deeply missed by his family and friends and those who are under his care. Thank you very much.